Hello and welcome to Carroll High School as the Carroll Tigers host a Raccoon River Conference matchup. This matchup a bit more implications on the postseason than our last few matchups have had. Both teams come into this game, first in the Raccoon River Conference, both at 5-0. Carroll Tigers have an overall record of 17-10, and again 5-0 in the conference.
The Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays' overall record this season is 13-9, and they come in second in the Raccoon River Conference. So this is a Raccoon River Conference championship, you would say, as the team to win tonight most likely will win the Raccoon River Conference at the end of the season.
The Tigers are led in kills by Josie Ayala, amassing 209 over the year. Right behind her, Ella Collison with 200 and Kennedy Lean with 149. Assist-wise, the Carroll Tigers are led by Riley Ludwig, and it's not even close team-wise. With her 671 assists this year, the next closest person to her has only 37. Ludwig also leads the entire conference individually in assists with that mark at 671.
For Bondurant, their leader in kills is Kendall Anderson, only a sophomore with 159 kills. Close behind her is junior Chloe Little with 147 kills on the year. As far as assists goes, they are led by also sophomore Tori Carroll with 427 assists. As there's also a large margin with them, as they are seconded in assist by freshman Hallie Bettier with 35 assists on the year. Josie Ayala and Ella Collison, the hitters for the Carroll Tigers, are third and fourth in the conference with 209 and 200 kills respectively.
So obviously, if you haven't seen the court yet, it is all pinked out here in the Carroll High gym. The entire student section wearing pink, representing, as well as the Carroll Tiger girls warming up in pink. Here at Carroll, we did a little segment this year for our Pink Out Night of why we wear pink. A bunch of the players are playing for somebody who may have breast cancer or any form of cancer, because that's what the whole color pink is all about for the month of October. A couple of the Tiger girls had a couple choice words about the people that they represent. From junior Ella Collison, she says, "I play for my grandma Bonnie Malm. She is my biggest fan and taught me to never give up." So the Why We Wear Pink thing, you can use your own tweets if you're here at the game, or if you're watching the live stream, you can tweet at us at TigerVisionCHS with using our hashtag Why We Wear Pink. The girls will also feature pink jerseys tonight.
Gabby Hammer says, "I play for my Aunt Shelly Christensen. She is one of the strongest women I know, and she amazes me every day."
So a very cool representation that we have here tonight at Carroll High with, much of the fans in pink, as well as the student section, and also the girls featuring their new pink jerseys. And we will get a couple more quotes from a couple more girls, later in the match tonight. We're just getting ready for starting lineups, so we will send you down to the court for the starting lineups, the national anthem, and we will get ready to get set for the start of this match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carroll High School and Raccoon River Conference Volleyball. Tonight, your Carroll Tigers are hosting the Bondurant for our Lady Jays. Carroll High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at all activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the officials. What you do and say reflects on your team, your school, and your community. Please enjoy tonight's game by being a good sport. At this time, we'd like to welcome our officials, Gene Statlander and Grant Dietrich. we'd like to recognize the non-starters for tonight. First for Bondurant, Farrar, number 4, Kaylee Bedier. Number 5, Hannah Disworth. Number 9, Holly Bailey. Number 11, Brady Wagner. Number 13, Caitlin Kirby. Number 14, Bella Cole. Number 15, Lucy Early. Now the non-starters for your Carroll Tigers. Number 2, Ella Perkins. Number 3, David Jorgensen. Number 12, Rachel White. And number 16, Vanessa Ayala. Now here are the starting lineups. First for Bondurant Farrar, who's coached by Ray Sauer. Number 2, Lexi Bedier. Number 6, Haley Atkins. Number 7, Kendall Anderson. Number 8, Tori Carroll. Number 12, Lacey Beck. Number 17, Chloe Little. Ava Morrow for Bondurant Farrar. Number 16, Skylar Mullen. Now here are the starters for your Carroll Tigers. Number 6, Riley Ludwig. Number 9, Ella Collison. Number 10, Kenny Lean. Number 11, Gabby Hammer. Number 13, Josie Ayala. Number 15, Kenzie Connell. The libero for Carroll is number 1, Laura Sweeney. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
And welcome back after that short break. Again, we are here at Carroll High School where the Carroll Tigers host the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays. This game, again, huge postseason implications as well as a conference title on the line here tonight, as whichever team wins this match seemingly will win the Raccoon River Conference. For the game, we would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, I Saw the Sign, Culver's, the Tiger Booster Club, Carroll Broadcasting, DMAC, United Bank of Iowa, and Western Iowa Networks. Again, a huge thank you to those guys for everything that they do for us and making these live streams possible. Again, as you can see, the Carroll Tiger girls featuring the pink jerseys as well as all the pink that you see in the student section there. Tonight's theme, Pink Out, in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Even a pink volleyball here tonight. And back to serve first for the Carroll Tigers is Laura Sweeney, and we are underway here at Carroll High. A free ball over as Ella Carlson picks that up in the back row. The set from Ludwig and a big swing from Ayala, too far outside. And the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays are going to be awarded the first point of the night tonight. Anderson to serve for the Blue Jays. A bit overdug there, and the Blue Jays pick it up. That ball deflected off a Tiger defender and out of play. The Blue Jays awarded with another point. So 2 straight points here for the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays. Anderson still back to serve.
2 big swings by both teams early. Looks to see that both teams are really trying to set the edge, begin early in this match, get a head start, win this conference championship.
That ball picked up by Honnold. Good pickup by her, and a free ball over by Josie Ayala. That ball again deflected off a couple Carroll Tigers there in the front row, and out of bounds it goes. So the Blue Jays, their 3rd straight point here tonight, off to a hot start. Gabby Hammer with the hit over. That's a free ball for the Blue Jays as they get their offense set up. A big swing that's too far out. The Tigers awarded with their first point here tonight.
Tigers make a rotation here. Junior Kenzie Honnold checks out for senior Emma Perkins in the front row.
Ludwig back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. As we'll see, she goes with the jump serve. Very common for her, and tough to handle it is. Riley going to be awarded with an ace here in just her first serve.
Aces are really not uncommon for Ludwig. She has 34 on the year, which leads the team.
Another jump serve from Riley. A hard ball to handle, but the Blue Jays are able to pick it up, and a big hit from Little that was. Little's going to be awarded with the kill.
Substitution here for the Blue Jays.
Atkins checks out as number 4, a freshman. Haley Bettier checks in. Hallie, excuse me. Swing from Gabby's picked up by the Blue Jays, and another hit from Little. Unable to be picked up by Collison there in the back row as it deflects off the video board. And the Blue Jays awarded with a point. 5-2 our score.
Blue Jays early really hitting the ball hard and really trying to find those spots at the back corners, just giving fits for the Tigers.
Seems as though so far the Blue Jays kind of centering their offense around Little. Little, only a sophomore up there in the front row. She's already got some big hits tonight. That also a big swing, unable to be picked up by the Tigers. I believe that one was number 2, Lexi Bettier. Little with another hit. That was picked up by Ludwig. I believe they're going to say a Tiger went under the net there. And the Blue Jays going to be awarded with another point. 2-7 now our score. Picked up by Collison in the back row. Big swing from Ayala, and it appeared as though it was deflected, but instead sails out. Blue Jays awarded with another point, and Coach Kelly Schultz calls a timeout. We'll go to a short commercial break here, and we will be right back.
Welcome back, Tiger fans, to this Raccoon River Conference matchup between your Carroll Tigers and the Lady Jays from Bondurant Farrar. Back to serve for the Blue Jays is number 4, Hallie Bettier. Oh, number 8, excuse me, Tori Carroll. Ella Collison with the pickup, set by Riley Ludwig with the big swing by Josie Ayala. That was hard to pick up by the Blue Jays, scoring the first point for the Tigers after the timeout.
So again, seemingly that timeout from Coach Kelly Schultz worked, and the Tigers pick up again, as Luke said, their first point after that timeout. And big swings from Lexi Bettier and Chloe Little have really kind of been the offense here for the Blue Jays tonight, as the Tigers are unable to pick them up in the front row. Ayala checks out as senior Rachel White checks into the back row. Serve from Bettier is picked up by Sweeney, and a big swing from Gabby Hammer finds the floor. That's got the crowd excited here tonight, hoping to keep that momentum going are the Tigers, as they close the deficit from 4 to 9. Hammer back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. Her shot hit in the back row, picked up by number 7 for the Blue Jays. And a free ball over as Hammer picks that up as well. The set from Ludwig and a big swing from Lean. Out of control, and Lean going to be awarded with the kill. 5 to 9 now our score. So the Tigers 2 quick points, and boy, the pink crowd out here tonight is loving it.
2 big back-to-back swings by both Carroll juniors up in the front row. We'll look to see a lot more of that tonight if the Tigers want to win this ball game.
So Hammer with her second straight serve, just out of bounds. Just a bit too long there as the Blue Jays, are going to be awarded with a point, 10-5. Back to serve Chloe Little, number 17. Her serve barely hit the top of the net there, but was picked up by Lean, and Collison going to push it over. And the Blue Jays are going to look to keep that alive, and too out of control the ball goes. Tigers awarded with the point.
Great hustle there by junior Chloe Little on Bondurant Farrar. She tried to reach over her bench and get the ball over the net. Just didn't happen to work, but great hustle by the Lady Jays.
Again, if you weren't here with us tonight, this game, huge implications on the conference championship, seeming whichever team wins here tonight. As we speak, the Carroll Tigers awarded another point, but both teams so far undefeated in the conference, both at 5-0. So this match, basically the conference championship. Another serve from senior Emma Perkins. That's picked up by the Blue Jays. And a big hard hit from number 7, Anderson, is deflected by a couple Tiger defenders. And Collison to push over. And I believe the Tigers were awarded with the point there. It seemed as though the ball stayed up, but the Tigers able to close the deficit to now 2.
And early in this match, the Tigers were down by right around 6 points, so now having come in between 2, some momentum early for the Tigers.
Perkins, a couple tough serves there, picked up by the Blue Jays. Hit by Ludwig there and sent over a free ball by Collison. That blocked by Ella. Deflected back over the net as Sweeney sets Collison up for a big swing. And a couple good hustle plays by the Blue Jays there to keep the ball alive. And a punch over from Lean. They're going to say she went under the net. The Blue Jays going to be awarded with the point.
Tigers here making a substitution. Kenzie Honnold will check in for senior Emma Perkins.
As well as the Blue Jays making a substitution as Kaylee Atkins comes to the floor as the freshman Hallie Bettier takes a seat. Atkins with the serve. That's picked up by Collison. Collison up to the front, and the punch over is saved. Ludwig with the free ball over right in the middle of all 6 Blue Jay defenders, and it finds the floor. Tough play there. The Blue Jays were unable to see who was going to go get the ball, and it landed in between all of them.
Smart play there by Riley. They had a lot of big hammer hits by the Tigers early and just pushing it right over when they were expecting the big hit.
Big hit from the Blue Jays there is picked up by the Tigers. And Ayala looking to push that one over, but tough pickup there from Ludwig as Ayala couldn't really do much with it. Lexi Bettier checks in for number 12, Lacey Beck for the Blue Jays. 9-12 our score. Carroll Tigers down 3. Great pickup by Kenzie Honnold there, and a big swing from Ayala. Too far outside.
Nice dig there by Honnold. It was a really low serve by libero Skylar Mullen for the Lady Jays, and just a great dig there in the back row by Honnold.
Ball picked up in the back row by Honnold, and a big swing from Kennedy Lean finds the floor. Hoping to give the Tigers a little momentum, as Lean will check out for number 11, Gabby Hammer. Back to serve for the Tigers is libero Laura Sweeney. Carroll Tigers come into this match with the most successful serves in the Raccoon River Conference at 1,330. The Blue Jays third with 1,016. Low serve there by Sweeney's picked up by the Blue Jays. A punch over as Ludwig picks that up. Ludwig gonna look for a kill herself, and the Blue Jays able to dig it out of there. Great pickup by Laura Sweeney as that ball was not hit very soft. And Bettier, the senior, going to be awarded with the kill for the Blue Jays.
We just saw something unusual for the Tigers, excuse me. Riley Ludwig, normally the setter, as great as she has done her 3 years here starting as varsity, actually got 2 attack attempts there, so saw a smile on Riley's face.
Picked up in the back row by Collison, and a big serve as Hammer looked to punch that over there. And miscommunication by the Blue Jays results in a point for the Tigers. Emma Perkins, a senior, going to check in for Kenzie Honnold. The junior takes a seat. 12-14, now our score.
Now back to serve, Riley Ludwig, the Tigers' most dangerous server.
The jump serve, tough pickup there by the Blue Jays, but they are able to get it over into free ball for the Carroll Tigers. Big swing from Ayala. Kept alive as Ludwig just punches it over. And another big pickup by Ayala there. She went for the over dig, and Perkins punching it somewhere. And not sure what the call was on that. I believe Perkins' pushover might have been illegal. Bettier back into the game as Atkins takes a seat. Ball picked up by Sweeney, and a punch over from Ayala. That's going to be a free ball. Bettier finding a spot where no Carroll Tiger girl was, and just shows in this game you don't have to hit it super hard to score points, but placement is almost just as important.
Nice play there by Bettier. She got a little off-center set, and she just took her tip and took it the other way. So
tough dig there from Collison as the serve from the Blue Jays sails off her arms and out of bounds. The Blue Jays awarded with their second straight point, 17-12 now our score. Tori Carroll back to serve for the Blue Jays. Collison able to handle that one a little better, and a set from Ludwig. And another illegal hit by the Carroll Tigers. The Blue Jays awarded with another point as they start to grow their lead 12-18 now. Big hit from Hammer off Blue Jay defenders and down onto the floor. Hoping to give the Carroll Tigers a little bit momentum as the junior gets a big kill on the swing from the near side. Ayala, the sophomore, back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. Our ball picked up by the libero, and a free ball over. Picked up by Sweeney, and a big punch from Ella Collison. And off the top of the net it looked, and onto the floor, the Blue Jays awarded with the point. Substitution as Rachel White checks in for Josie Ayala, as well as the libero for the Blue Jays checks out, and Lacey Beck checks in. That serve, a bit too long there for the Blue Jays, and the Tigers awarded with a point. Senior Lexi Bettier going to check out. Big hit from the Blue Jays is picked up by Hammer. And a punch from Lean finds the floor. The Tigers awarded with the point here. Kennedy Lean, a bit of a hot hand here tonight as we've seen her hit it as hard as she can, as well as just kind of push it where it needs to go. Tigers may be looking to run their offense through her a little bit here in this first set. Hammer the serve, picked up by the Blue Jays. And the attack from 17, Little, sails into the net. The Tigers awarded with their second straight point.
Tigers here scoring 2 consecutive points, looking to make a late push as score is now 16-19 in favor of the Lady Jays.
That picked up in the back row by Hammer, and a big swing from Perkins, sails too far. 16-20 now our score, Blue Jays leading.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays is number 17, Chloe Little.
Her serve is picked up in the back row by Rachel White, and tough pickup there from Ludwig. As that sails out, the Blue Jays awarded with another point, 21-16 now. Bit of an overdig there by White as the Blue Jays are going to be able to set up their offense. That shot picked up by Ludwig in the back row, and the pushover from Collison. And that shot off the top of the net and to the floor. The Carroll Tigers awarded with the point there. 17-21 now our scores. The senior Perkins drops back to serve. Ball from Perkins picked up by the libero, Mullen. And I believe they're going to say that ball was in.
Nice hit there by number 7 for the Blue Jays, Kendall Anderson. She leads the Blue Jays this year in kills. With 159 on the season.
Picked up by White to Collison, and the free ball over from Lean. And the swing by the Blue Jays is picked up, and the overdig sails out of bounds. Again, you see that a couple times almost per set. The defending team overdigs the ball, and it goes over the net, and those front row girls just kind of lick their chops at that as they try and hit it back down as hard as they can. Then Blue Jay got a little bit too much of that one there. I believe that was 8 Carroll. Got a bit too much of that one, and it sailed out. Big hard hit from Anderson, a sophomore. She's going to be awarded with the kill.
And you're really seeing the power of the Blue Jay front early. You haven't seen Carroll tried to mix it up between tips and big hammer swings, but Blue Jay's really just been pounding it down Carroll's throat early here.
And the timeout will be awarded to Coach Schultz as she is out of timeouts for this set. Again, Tigers down 18-23 here in the first set. We will go to a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since.
And we are back here at Carroll High. Again, the score of this first set, 18-23. Cannot stress enough how much this match means to both teams, as the winner of this match will seemingly be the Raccoon River Conference champion of the 2019 season. Back to serve for the Blue Jays is the libero, 16, Skylar Mullen. Her serve picked up by Sweeney, and a big swing from Lean finds the floor. Kennedy Lean with a hot hand here tonight, but she does take a seat as Hammer checks in. You see the girls a little bit of momentum there, hoping to keep that going. Served by Sweeney. Short ball falls into the middle, but the Blue Jays able to pick it up. A big swing by number 2 on the Blue Jays. That was Bettier. Tigers awarded with the point.
Tigers here finding some late momentum, bringing the score close to 20-23 right before the end of the set. So it'll be interesting to see how this one ends.
Tigers hoping to keep Sweeney back there as much as possible, as they've been very successful with her back there tonight. And that ball deflected off Ayala and Hammer. Falls on the Tiger side of the floor, and we have a match point for the Blue Jays. Back to serve, 7, Kendall Anderson. See a jump serve from her is picked up by Honold. And a punch over from Sweeney. Picked up by Ludwig in the front row. A big hit from Ayala off a couple Bondurant defenders. And the Blue Jays able to keep it alive. Great hustle play by them. And that'll do it for us here in the first set, as I believe that was number 17, Chloe Little, gets the final kill of the set. 25-20 is our score.
We will go to a short commercial break in between sets, and we will see you guys soon.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
And we are back here. About a minute and 30 seconds until we begin this second set. Luke, what do you think the Carroll Tigers need to do a little bit better here to be more successful here in the second set?
Communication's a big thing on a volleyball court. You know, setting up your big hitters. You have Ella Collison, Kennedy Lee, and Gabby Hammer, Josie all really hot tonight. Set them up with good sets by Riley Ludwig, and if they can just find corners and hit the ball hard, I'm sure that they'll be very successful here in the second set.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Again, you see Kennedy Lean on the floor. She had a couple huge swings that were kind of momentous, but it almost seemed like she'd take a seat after it happened. Wonder if the Coach Kelly Schultz maybe try to keep her on the floor more tonight, as we've seen a couple huge kills from her that have led to the Tigers able to close the deficit to about 2. And then it seemed as almost as she came out that the Blue Jays lead would start to grow. So Coach Schultz may be hoping to implement her a little bit more here in the second set. Again, the Tigers fell the first set 25-20.
It's amazing how much momentum takes a part in volleyball. Tigers were down early, 6-7-1. Came back, brought it in within 2, and then kind of teetered on 2 all the way up to right around 15 points before the Lady J started to pull away, and then late Lady J started to pull away again. So hopefully the Tigers can get some momentum here in the second set.
And here we are in the second set here, as the serve from the Blue Jays libero is picked up. Ayala with the free ball over. And that ball too far out, and the Tigers going to be awarded with the first point here of the second set. Hammer going to check in as Kennedy Lean takes a seat. Back to serve for the Tigers is Laura Sweeney. Sweeney with a short ball. That was picked up by the Blue Jays. And they're going to say that that ball was in. Blue Jays awarded with the point, and we are knotted up at 1.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays is number 7, Kendall Anderson.
First shot picked up by Collison there, and a big swing from Ayala. A bit too far. Excuse me, a bit too far out. The Blue Jays awarded with their second straight point. Anderson remains back to serve. swing from number 2, the senior Bettier, as her shot finds the court. Blue Jays awarded with what is now their 3rd straight point, and they lead 3-1. Big setup by Ludwig as Collison's swing is picked up by the Blue Jays, and after a bit of miscommunication there, Tigers awarded with the point.
And the rafters up there, really hard to pick the ball off of. There's so many different angled posts and things up there. It's really hard for anybody when that ball goes up there to pick it up and get another ball for your team to hit.
Again, everything up there, the rafters, the basketball hoops, everything is playable off the ball, of course, if it's in the boundaries, as Riley Ludwig picks up as what I believe is her 2nd ace here tonight.
We talked about how dangerous that serve was from Riley Ludwig. She always does her signature jump serve, and the spin on that ball is so hard to pick up.
That serve for Ludwig sails into the middle of the net there as the Blue Jays are awarded with the point. So the Tigers pick up a couple straight and close the deficit to 1.
A very rare miss there by Riley, as she has a 92.1 serve efficiency of .921.
Blue Jays with the hit over. That's picked up by Sweeney. A big swing from Hammer. Deflected off a couple Blue Jays there. They are able to pick it up. And a free ball over from Sweeney. Big swing from Little, picked up by Collison. And Josie Ayala with the free ball over. And that shot picked up by Collison. And a big swing from Ayala is able to be picked up by the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. So long, exciting volley ends with a Gabby Hammer kill.
And the Tiger student section here really looking to boost their team. You can hear them screaming and shouting on every time Bondurant has the ball, trying to propel their ladies to win the 2nd set.
Something that's so underrated for all athletes, who they don't realize how much the crowd actually plays a part until everybody is off their feet and everyone's cheering loud, and something that really gets the girls going.
Point there for the Lady Jays as the referees called a double hit on junior Gabby Hammer.
Hammer, you can see down on the floor, a bit confused there. And the serve from Bettier picked up by Sweeney. Punch over from Collison. And the block from the Tigers, just deflected there. And Hammer punches it up, and Collison the hit over and just barely, finds the floor. So again, another example of not having it to hit it as hard as you can. Collison just kind of punched it right where there were no Blue Jays.
It's a common thing for the Tigers tonight. They're not really showing their power that they have up front. They've really been trying to tip it a lot more.
So knotted up at 5 we are, as Hammer was back to serve for the Carroll Tigers, and a huge block coming from the front row. The crowd's loving it. We're loving it up here too, as the Tigers take what I believe is their first lead of the night, 6-5.
Big block there by junior Ella Collison. She's really a staple up there for the Tiger front.
So another serve from Hammer over the net, and the Blue Jays unable to set up their offense on a bit of a miscue. And a punch over from Lean sails out, and the Tigers awarded with their, I believe, 3rd straight point. Kennedy Lean going to be awarded with the kill.
This is the momentum that we were talking about earlier in the set. Tigers score 3 straight here. We'll look to see how much longer their run can go.
Hammer with another great serve, finds the back row there. And I believe that was number 12, Lacey Beck's shot was deflected by a couple Tiger defenders and sails out of bounds. So the Blue Jays going to be awarded with their first point in the last couple shots here tonight. And back to serve for them is 17, Chloe Little. So a hit from Kennedy Lean finds the floor. Big smile down there. She's loving it. Her team's loving it, and the crowd's loving it here tonight, as our score is now 8-6. The Carroll Tigers in the lead.
Back to serve for the Tigers is senior Emma Perkins, who has a .951 serve efficiency on the year.
So just a free ball over for the Blue Jays. They were unable to get their offense going. A big swing from Kennedy Lean finds the floor. Lean with her 2nd straight kill, and the Tigers up now 9-6. Again, something that we definitely said earlier, the Tigers going to hope to get the ball coming Kennedy Lean's way because she's known exactly what to do with it here tonight, whether it's placing it somewhere or hitting it hard. She's responsible for a lot of the scoring for the Tigers as the Blue Jays pick up a quick point there off the deflection.
And both teams, you can tell, are really hard hitters, and so you can tell both teams' front's been told, try to get up and try to block those balls, and that's so hard to do. They're coming at you, flying at you at high speeds and trying to get that ball to come directly down, because if it goes out of bounds, that's a point for the other team.
So a tough pickup there as Rachel White in the back row picks that up, and Lean's attack attempt there into the middle of the net. The Blue Jays awarded with their second straight point as they close their own deficit to 1. Score is 9-8. And a serve error goes to the Blue Jays as the Tigers are awarded with a point. Josie Ayala checks in for senior Rachel White. Carlson serve picked up by the Blue Jays, and the Tigers able to set up their offense here. Kennedy Lean punches it over. Seen her get a lot more touches here in the second set, and well deserved. And I believe the point's going to be awarded to the Blue Jays. I think there's a bit of a miscommunication there by the refs, and the Tigers are awarded with the point. I believe the call was 4 hits on the Blue Jays, so 11-8 now our score with Carlson still back. Excuse me, it was a double hit. And a big swing by number 7, Kendall Anderson, the sophomore, awarded with the kill there.
Bondurant looks to run their offense through number 7, Kendall Anderson. So young and just a sophomore, yet she leads the team with 159 kills on the year.
And the serve from the libero picked up by Honold, and a big swing from Lean as the Tigers are unable to pick up the block there. And the Blue Jays going to be awarded with a block. 11-10 now our score. So it seems the Tigers are able to kind of bring it to within 3, or get their lead up to, 2 or 3. And the Blue Jays kind of able to shorten it up after that. So we'll see if any team really is able to gain any ground here. And that is a tough pickup by Laura Sweeney as that sails off the back wall. And we're all knotted up at 11.
And the Blue Jays really showcasing their powerful front all night. You just had a big block by senior number 2, Lexi Bettier, and then number 7, Kendall Anderson, coming up with a big kill right there.
Great dig by Collison as Ludwig's pass is punched over by Lean. And Ayala the push over for the Tigers. The set from Ludwig and a big swing from Ayala. The Blue Jays going to be awarded with a point. Not quite sure what the call was there.
Score is now 12-11 for the Blue Jays lead now in the second set.
Honold picks it up in the back row there, and a punch over from Lean is picked up by the Blue Jays. And a nice pickup there by Sweeney as she got real low to the ground and was able to get that one, but Ayala with a tough hit trying to get it over and couldn't quite find it. Timeout's going to be used by Coach Schultz. Tigers find themselves down 11-13 as we will stick around here for the short break. Look at a couple of the conference stats here team-wise. Again, the Carroll Tigers coming into this game 17-10, as well as the best record in the conference at 5-0. Bondurant for our Blue Jays 13-9, also posting a 5-0 conference record. Tigers lead the conference in kills with 792, as well as the most attack attempts, the most successful serves, and come into this 4th in aces. About 10 seconds left. We'll wrap up this timeout for the Carroll Tigers. Again, our score 11-13.
As we've seen from the Tigers earlier, they've really had the hot hand be Kennedy Lean here, which is kind of unusual for the Tigers, as your corners, Ella Collison and Josie Ayala, usually are the 2 big hitters for the team. Josie being third in the conference at 209 hits, and Ella close behind with 200. So we'll look to see if the Tigers look to get it to their 2 big hitters here late in the second set.
And almost on cue, Ayala going to be awarded with the point there. Gabby Hammer going to check in for Kennedy Lean.
Ayala only a sophomore, her and her sister. Really big staples here in Carroll Girls Athletics, so we'll see where their careers take them.
That shot picked up by Sweeney. And a big set for Ayala. Ayala with a big swing, picked up by the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays get themselves a big swing from, I believe it was number 7. Kendall Anderson. Pass from Ludwig and a big swing from Ayala finds the 4. Crowd's loving it. Tigers close the deficit now to 1, 13-14.
And it looked like Coach Schultz during their timeout kind of told the team, let's get the ball to our big hitters, as Josie's had 3 or 4 attack attempts here early right after the timeout.
And that going to serve out of bounds and into the Carroll Tiger bench. The Tigers awarded with their 2nd straight point, and we are tied up at 14. Serve from Ludwig into the back row, picked up by Anderson. And a big hit from Little, picked up by the Carroll Tigers. Ayala with a big swing, deflected off the libero. The Tigers awarded with now their 3rd straight point, and they find themselves the lead here, 15-14. So the second set a bit more back and forth, a little bit closer, and a little bit more exciting than that first one. Again, the Carroll Tigers lost that one 25-20. Tigers looking to be playing a much better and much more clean here as they're able to run through their offense and get the ball to their big hitters. And a free ball over for the Carroll Tigers. That's picked up by Collison. Big swing from Hammer in the middle. And not sure what the call was there.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays, number 8, Tori Carroll. Serve just short, awarding the point for the Tigers, breaking our tie here with the score now 16-15 in favor of the Tigers.
Ayala, the sophomore, back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. Her shot is picked up by Anderson in the back. And a big swing from Bettier there off the rafters, and Tigers able to play it over, so a great play there by the Tigers to keep control of that one. And Bettier's big shot finds the floor. Blue Jays awarded with a point, and we're back to a tie here at 16. And you see Riley Ludwig, kind of the court general here for the Tigers, as you see looking at each girl, telling them where to go, what to do, and such a big part of this Carroll Tiger team. Back to serve is Bettier, the senior for the Blue Jays, as her serve hits the top of the net and falls, and we are back to a tie at now 17. Sweeney gonna get a quick rest here. She gets some wise words from the coaches. Blue Jays gonna be awarded with the point there, as Hammer takes a seat. Kennedy Lean checks into the game.
Looking like the second set is going to be a nail-biter. Your score is 17-18. We'll see how the second set shakes up.
Little the serve. And Collison a big swing. Haven't seen much of Ella tonight. You've seen her get a couple big swings, but not really any kills. And the Tigers hoping to maybe implement her a little more later into the second set. Her kill knots us up at 18. That shot picked up by Sweeney. Great pickup from her. Collison, another big swing. That's picked up by the Blue Jays. That shot went off the marker there, the boundary marker, and out it sailed. You see it. I believe it was Emma Perkins kind of pulled back. Great IQ play from the senior as she also drops back to serve. The Tigers now leading 19-18. Overdig there, and a big punch from Lean. And it was deflected there, and the Tigers are, the Blue Jays are unable to pick it up as Lean's kill gives the Tigers a now 2-point cushion. Perkins' serve is picked up in the back row by Little. Little also going to go for the attack. Collison's hit picked up by the Blue Jays, and a free ball over for the Tigers. Perkins on the pickup there, and a big swing from Lean. Blocked by the Blue Jays as junior Kenzie Honnold checks into the game. 22-19 now our score. Carroll Tigers still up by 1. So we're seeing almost every scoring play here for each team. A big momentum shifting play is neither team really able to pull away here. Nice pushover from Ella as we saw her hit it hard so many times before that. Looking for the pushover, but also great hustle by the Blue Jays as Lean's push sails just out, and we are all tied up here at 20 apiece.
Tigers scored 3 straight points right before these last 2. Look to have that last push momentum before the end of the set, but the Blue Jays stopped that, now have a little bit of momentum of their own.
Nice pickup from Collison there, and the free ball over from Lean. And deflected by I believe it was Kennedy Lean and Riley Ludwig, but sails out of bounds. The Blue Jays going to take the lead here, 20-21.
And we've seen that a lot tonight. Both fronts jumping up trying to block those balls and just hitting that wrong side of their hand and sailing out.
The serve for the Bondurant for our Blue Jays sails into the middle of the net, and we are back to knotted up at 21. Again, either team really able to pull away here. Sophomore Josie Ayala going to check in for the Carroll Tigers. Back into the front row she goes. And a big hit from number 12. Lacey Beck, the senior, is awarded the kill there. Giving the Blue Jays the lead, 22-21. Shot picked up by Honnold. And Ayala with a big swing into the top of the net and falls to the floor. Blue Jays going to pick up their 2nd straight point. And Coach Schultz going to use a timeout here. We'll go to a short commercial break and be right back for the exciting ending of the 2nd set.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus.
Tiger fans, we have a very close set here, set 2 here. Score is 23-21 to the Blue Jays.
Great reaction by Lean as her shot was deflected and she then turned around and picked it right back up. And deflection by the Tigers there. As Ludwig picks that one up, the set from Honnold and a swing from Ayala. Blue Jays able to control it. Push over, great diving play by Sweeney. And she's gonna get a soft little punch over there. Another great diving play by Sweeney and a pickup from Ludwig. So Riley with the attack. So a nice, exciting chain of events here. So I can hardly keep up with it. And the shot by the Blue Jays out of bounds, and the Tigers, huge momentum play here as they find themselves now down 1. The student section, everyone on their feet and jumping around, clapping.
Great volley there by both teams. Huge plays, couple big blocks in the middle there. It's all around volleyball action that we love to see from both teams.
Crowd gonna want to keep that cheering and momentum up. And that's deflected by a couple Carroll Tigers. I believe it was Hammer and Ludwig there, unable to get the block back over. And back to serve the match point for the Blue Jays is Kendall Anderson, number 7. Picked up by Carlson as her serve. A big swing from Hammer finds the 4. Carroll Tigers now find themselves closing the deficit to 1, 23-24.
Nail biter here at the end of set 2, 23-24.
Ludwig back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. I don't think the Tigers would have anybody else back there. And the Tigers awarded another point as Ludwig awarded with the ace, and we're knotted up at 24. Timeout now taken by the Blue Jays, so a huge momentum shift here late in the second set. I believe it was a kill for, or an ace by Riley Ludwig and a kill by Gabby Hammer. Has us all knotted up here at 24.
And you can see the Tiger girls looking over at their student section. Everybody's going crazy and wild. Score 24-24 here at the end of the second set. Really trying to use their rowdiness and rambunctiousness to really push them over the top and win this second set. And if you were here right now, you would really hear the student section is being very loud tonight, especially on those big momentum plays for the Tigers. It's almost deafening.
Something that never gets old. So Ludwig still back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. Again, she picked up an ace last volley there. Hoping for a similar result here in this one. We are again knotted up at 24. Tough pick up there by the Blue Jays. And a punch over is picked up by Collison. Sweeney the pass and the hit over by Perkins. That picked up by Sweeney. Big set from Ludwig to Ayala, and Ayala's attack finds the 4. She's awarded with the kill, as I could barely hear myself thinking here. So Ayala's kill giving the Tigers the lead, 25-24. The Tigers now with their match point.
Student section going crazy. The entire front row there just jumped all the way over.
Miscommunication off the 4. Ludwig awarded with the ace, and the Tigers victorious here in the second set. We are all knotted up 1-1.
Huge set win there by the Tigers. You know, this is the conference championship, and you wouldn't expect anything less from senior captain Riley Ludwig, really pushing the Tigers over the edge there for the win in the second set.
So the Tigers were down 22-24. Their backs against the wall, and were able to amass 4 straight huge points that win them this second set, as we are again all knotted up 1-1 here in this conference championship matchup.
As we see a couple Carroll High students running around the court looking like hooligans, trying to make the crowd do the wave, partially successfully. There they go on their way back around. We'll see how well the Tiger fan base buys into it.
So again, a couple key things there for the Tigers. As you saw in that second set, they really got the ball in the area of their big hitters and were able to amass a lot of kills, as well as kind of taking advantage of the Blue Jays' miscommunications, and ultimately able to take that second set. Now with such a momentum shift here, you're hoping the Tigers are able to use that momentum from that second set and implement it here into this third set.
And something I saw here from the Tigers in the second set that wasn't there in the first set, the Tigers really took advantage of the mishaps that the Blue Jays faced. They had a couple missed serves and a couple miscommunications, and the Tigers really would go on to score 2-3 points each time something like that would happen and really push them over the edge to get them to win that second set.
Again, each point here tonight means something. Each hit, each kill, each dig. Everything means, well, everything here tonight for the Carroll Tigers and the Blue Jays as well. Again, with this matchup, so much implications on the postseason, as well as a conference championship on the line between the two teams.
You can see both team captains. Looks like number 2, Lexi Bettier for the Blue Jays, hyping up her team. Riley Ludwig, always the court general that we love to see from her, really trying to hype up their team for this ever so important third set here in the Raccoon River Conference Championship. Back to serve now, number 1, Laura Sweeney for the Tigers. Tip over by the Blue Jays, picked up by Honnold, who sets it up to Riley, who sets up Gabby Hammer for a tip over of their own. And the swing by Kendall Anderson for the Blue Jays sails, giving the Tigers the first point here in the third set.
So Sweeney still back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. Again, the Tigers leading 1-0. Swing from Anderson, picked up by the Carroll Tigers. Sweeney picking up the shot in the back row there as Hammer goes for the pushover. A bit of a miscommunication there for the Tigers, as no one is able to pick up that shot, and it lands in between all 6 defenders. And we are knotted up here at 1 in the beginning of this third set.
In that volley there, you didn't see any big swings from either team. Both teams had opportunities, and they both tried to just tip it over, so we'll see if that's a theme here in this third set.
Ayala's shot, I believe, was said to be a bit deep, as the Blue Jays were awarded with the point there. The Carroll Tiger girls wanting that point so badly. And the punch over from Ayala. Tough pickup for the Blue Jays as they get the free ball over and instead into the middle of the net. And we're notched up at 2.
Back to serve now for the Tigers. Their ace, Riley Ludwig, who came up so crucial in that last set with the ace to win them the set. We'll see what she can do here early in the third.
Ludwig, a nice pickup there over to Ayala. Allows Perkins to push the ball into the back corner there. And we'll see if the Blue Jays are able to play it off the rafters, and indeed they are. Nice hit by Little there to get the ball back over. Big swing from Ayala. And I believe the ball never crossed sides there, just went off the front of the net. So no deflection from the Blue Jays. And that's going to result in a point for them. Hallie Bettier, the freshman, checks in for number 6, Kaylee Adkins.
In this match, you can feel the intensity from both teams, meaning so much for both of them to win this conference championship.
I believe a double hit was called there on the Tigers. I believe it was Sweeney. So the Blue Jays awarded with the point, and 4-2 now our score. The Carroll Tigers trailing. Big swing from Hammer, deflected off the libero. So Gabby awarded with the kill and closes the deficit to 1 now, 3-4.
We're starting to see that Tiger power up front with Perkins, Hammer, Lean, and Ella, and Josie up front. Tigers are really strong, and we'll see what they can do to capitalize on their lead here in the third set. Collison there just missing on the block, giving the point to the Blue Jays. Back to serve for them, number 2, Lexi Bettier.
Shot picked up by Sweeney there as Collison, the big swing, deflected off a couple Blue Jay defenders and falls to the floor. So Collison awarded with the big kill there.
Early here in this third set, it's been knotted up, 1-point game for a very long time, so we'll look to see if this has an ending similar to the second.
Serve from the Tigers picked up by the Blue Jays, and the attack deflected there. The Blue Jays awarded with the point on a double hit there from the Tigers.
Lots of double hits called tonight by the referees. Not something you see a lot, but something the officials here seem to be looking out for.
It's definitely impacted the game hugely tonight for both teams. Collison's kill, attack attempt sails out of bounds. Blue Jays awarded with another point here. 4-7 now our score. So similar to the first two sets, we see a team kind of inch closer and closer, and the other team start to pull away and back and forth, and wouldn't ask for anything else here. Is this game has just been exciting to call.
Nice communication there by the Tigers back row, picking up on the just over serve by the Blue Jays.
And another one just like that, as you see the senior White kind of told her turn her shoulder and let that one sail out. So 2 straight points for the Tigers. Our score now 6-7. Perkins still back to serve. That ball, a bit of a sideways downward spiral type of shot there. And the Tigers awarded with their now 3rd straight point. Student section's loving it, and we're all knotted up here at 7.
Back to serve now for the Tigers is Perkins, picked up by the Blue Jays. Big swing there from Kendall Anderson for the Lady Jays, gets the point for them, making our score 8-7.
Back to serve for the Blue Jays, number 6, Kaylee Adkins. Punch over from Lean there, picked up by Adkins. And the hit over by Little, picked up by the Carroll Tigers. Big attack attempt from Ella Collison, as that's dug out and off the rafters and down to the floor. Tigers going to be awarded with the point. Ella Collison with a kill.
And you see the ceiling making an impact here tonight. Here at the Carroll High Gymnasium, we do have really high ceilings as opposed to other gyms, but you hit that ball high enough, it's really hard to pick up on.
Collison serve over, and the Blue Jays looking to set up their offense, as that was deflected off Ayala. The shot from number 12, Lacey Beck. She's awarded with the kill. Also, she will take a seat. Back to serve for the Blue Jays, libero 16, Skylar Moore. Shot from Bettier picked up by the Tigers. Unable to pick up that one. The hit on the far side from the Blue Jays finds the floor. Still back to serve for the Blue Jays is Mullen. Mullen serve picked up by Sweeney, and a big hit from Kennedy Lean off a Blue Jay defender and out, as Lean is going to take a seat. Gabby Hammer going to check in for her. Tigers find themselves only down 1 now, 9-10. And that shot by Bettier sails out of bounds. And we are back to a tied score here, 10-all.
Court awareness is a really big thing in volleyball, you know. You can swing as hard as you want, be a great setter, but if you don't know where you are on the court and where the rest of the court is to you, it's really hard to be a good volleyball player. As you see Gabby Hammer there going up and over to the net, blocking the ball, the overdig there by the Blue Jays, giving the Tigers point, taking their lead here in the 3rd set, 11-10.
Again, as we mentioned before, those front row girls licking their lips there at those overdigs, as they can just get up and put it right back where it came from. As you see Hammer, a perfect example of that there. Deflected off of Ayala's arms there and to the court, out of the boundary. Blue Jays awarded with the point. We are tied up at 11.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays, number 7, Kendall Anderson. Sweeney with the pickup to Ludwig, who has an awkward set. Gabby Hammer pushes the ball over.
Big swing from Hammer, deflected by a couple Blue Jays. As Hammer's able to push it over there. And a free ball over for the Carroll Tigers. Big swing from Ayala. That ball was hit very hard. And the Blue Jays are able to keep it in play, though it went off the ceiling there. Another big swing by Ayala, and out of bounds it goes. Blue Jays awarded with the point, 11-12 now our score. Blue Jays by 1. Big swing from Hammer there, finds the floor. And as we've seen so many times before in this game, we are tied up again, 12-12 now. Hit from Bettier, blocked by the Carroll Tigers. That was Hammer and Ayala there in the front row.
And you see the emotion on her face, having one successful block after 2 earlier in the set had gone just outside, out of bounds, giving the point to the Blue Jays, but she gets that one, awarding the point for the Tigers.
Great pickup from Ella Collison. Again, that ball very hard hit, and Collison just kind of able to do what she could as it shot straight up into the ceiling there and down hard onto the floor.
Back to serve now for the Lady Jays is Carroll. Collison with the pickup to Ludwig, who sets up Gabby Hammer for the big swing. Picked up by Carroll, passed by Anderson, pushed over by the libero, number 16, Skylar Mullen. The push there by Perkins, awarded a point for the Tigers after a little bit of miscommunication by the Blue Jays, making our score 14-13 here in the middle of the third set.
Hit by Bettier there. A huge pickup by Laura Sweeney. Great hustle play by her as she falls to the floor and picks that one up. And Collison, just a bit of a reaction swing there to try to keep that one off the ground. Blue Jays awarded with the point and knotted up at 14. We are. Sophomore Ayala taking a seat as senior Rachel White checks into the back row for Josie. Serve from Bettier, picked up by Sweeney. And Collison just able to punch that one over. That ball real close to the net and kind of an awkward shot. Great pushover by Perkins there. And a free ball over for the Carroll Tigers as they look to set up their offense. And a swing from Hammer into the back row is picked up by the Blue Jays. Good pickup from Rachel White there in the back corner. And a big swing from Collison. And the Tigers awarded with... No, excuse me, the Blue Jays awarded with the point. I believe the Tigers were called for 4 hits.
Really a back and forth match here in the third set. Neither team really able to get an edge on the other. We'll see how this one ends.
A big hit from Hammer is deflected by the Blue Jays as Collison's shot is over the net. And that ball picked up by Ludwig. Collison with the attack attempt on the outside, gets her shot to fall. And we are knotted up at 15.
Excuse us, they will award that point to the Blue Jays as it looks to be like a net violation. Back to serve now for the Blue Jays is number 2, senior Lexi Bettier. Jump serve there picked up by Laura Sweeney, who sets it up to Ella Collison, who does a free ball over for the Blue Jays.
That shot inside the boundary there for the Blue Jays as they're starting to pull away a little bit here. Coach Schultz calls the timeout, 14-17 now our score. We will go to a short ad break and we will be back just in time for the rest of this third set.
Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Welcome back here to this Raccoon River Conference matchup between the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays and your Carroll Tigers. We are here sitting at a score of 17-14 here in the middle of this third set. Blue Jays had a little bit of momentum right before the timeout called by Coach Schultz, so we'll see what the Tigers can do to counter that effort.
Big attack there by Collison. Her ball goes off the top of the ceiling there, excuse me. Tigers able to set up their offense. This Hammers hit sails out, I believe. No, it was deflected, so Gabby is going to be awarded with the kill there. And her kill closes the deficit to 2.
And you've seen Coach Schultz use her timeouts really effectively tonight. Every time they've called a timeout, that next point, the Tigers have always gotten.
Blue Jays able to set up their offense with Hammers serve. And I believe they're going to say that was 4 hits. That ball never changed sides there over the net, just hit the top and came back. So the Blue Jays awarded with the point there. 15-18 now our score. As 17, Chloe Little was back to serve for the Blue Jays. Perkins, a nice push over there as she was falling out of bounds. Great shot by her. And the block from the Carroll Tigers. Kennedy Lean and Ella Collison teaming up for that one. As the Tigers able to close the deficit now to within 2, 16-18. Back to serve for the Carroll Tigers is senior Emma Perkins. Anderson shot too hot for Sweeney to handle there, and it sails out of bounds after deflecting off Sweeney. Substitution here for the Tigers as senior Perkins takes a seat. Kenzie Honnold, the junior, checks in. The serve by the Blue Jays sails out of bounds. Tigers awarded with the point, hoping to close this deficit to more than 2, as you've kind of seen them close it to 2, and then the Blue Jays score another point. So the Tigers hoping to keep the momentum on their side here, as Anderson's shot is blocked and picked up by Lee, and Sweeney with the ball over there. Anderson, a big shot, sails out. I believe it was deflected by a Carroll Tiger defender. The Blue Jays going to be awarded with the point as Anderson with the big kill.
The Blue Jay offense here, especially in the third set's really been running through Anderson. She's had a couple of massive swings that have found the back of the court. We'll see the impact she has here through the rest of the match.
Mullen's serve is picked up in the back row by Honnold as Kennedy Lean's shot blocked and re-picked up there by her. Nice little hit over there from Ludwig, a great pickup by Honnold, and the punch over from Ayala just a bit outside. Carroll Tigers, again, looking for any sort of momentum shift they can find here. The Blue Jays starting to pull away with this one a little bit here in the third set, 17-21. Ayala with the free ball over. That shot picked up by Collison. And a hit over by Ayala, I believe, did find the floor there before being scooped up. Lean going to take a seat as Gabby Hammer checks back into the middle front there.
Tigers here after giving up a little bit of a run to the Blue Jays, looking to get their own momentum started and finish out this third set with a win.
And Laura Sweeney going to be awarded with the ace. So the Tigers able to add to their momentum shift here. As you see, the girls' bench is loving it. That was Laura Sweeney there.
Laura Sweeney very good on the air, second on the team in aces with 22.
Tigers hoping to keep her back there as much as possible to be able to generate their offense. As Bettier's shot out of bounds, going to cause the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays to call a timeout. Tigers find themselves down 1, 22-21. We'll stick right around here for this short break and play. We would like to thank our sponsors: I Saw the Sign, Culver's, the Tiger Booster Club, Carroll Broadcasting, Des Moines Area Community College, United Bank of Iowa, and Western Iowa Networks. Again, we cannot stress enough how much we are thankful for those sponsors, as well as so much that they do for us and our community.
And a little bit of deja vu here from the second set. Tigers trailing here late in the third set. We'll see how they finish, as last set came down to the wire, them winning at 26-24. Student section really looking to propel the Tigers up here late and give them that win and take a 2-1 lead here for the Raccoon River Conference Championship.
So again, Sweeney still back to serve for the Tigers as we are back from our short timeout there. Tiger fans real loud here as Sweeney's over dig sends back over. Another shot by Anderson there. That's picked up by Sweeney, then Collison, and the hit over by Hammer. So a couple of great hustle plays for the Carroll Tigers. And that shot just a bit too hard by Anderson. Sweeney down to the floor, unable to pick it up. As the score now 20-22. Shot picked up in the middle there by Collison. A big swing from Hammer. Gabby awarded with the kill. 21-22 now our score. Senior Emma Perkins checks in for Kenzie Honnold. So again, the Tigers hoping to get the ball to their big hitters. They got Gabby Hammer there in the middle, as well as Emma Perkins and Josie Ayala there on the outsides. Ella Carlson also funneling in for some big attacks. And awarded with the ace is Riley Ludwig, something we've come so accustomed to seeing there. As the Blue Jays were unable to get real control of that serve. Knotted up at 22 we are.
Riley Ludwig coming up huge as the captain she is for the Tigers here, having aces at the end of both last and this set.
That hard shot there by Bettier, picked up by Ludwig. Tigers a bit of a miscommunication, unable to keep it up. And a substitution for the Blue Jays. Checks out Adkins and checks in Hallie Bettier, the freshman. Back to serve is number 8, Tori Carroll. Picked up by Collison. And a swing from Emma Perkins as she's awarded with the kill. And we are knotted right back up here at 23. So one momentum shift after another, here we are, and we are tied up here at the nearing the end of this third set. Josie Ayala back to serve for the Carroll Tigers. And the hit from Carroll sails up into the net and down to the floor. Tigers now with the match point here in the third set. The Blue Jays going to call their second and final timeout of this set. And the crowd is loving it here.
We will go to a quick commercial break here as we wait for the highly anticipated end of this third set here. Carroll Tigers leading the Bondurant for our Blue Jays 24-23. Welcome back, Raccoon River Conference fans, here between the highly anticipated match between the Carroll Tigers and the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. We are here late in the third set. Your score, Carroll Tigers 24, Bondurant Farrar 23. Back to serve now for the Tigers is sophomore Josie Ayala as we have the match point. Your current score for the game is 1 set for both teams.
Big shot from Bettier there, picked up by Ludwig. Free ball over from Collison. Shot picked up by Ludwig on the over dig there, excuse me. Blue Jay players able to take advantage of that over dig. And we are notched up at 24 here. So back to serve for the Blue Jays. Number 2, Lexi Bettier. Punch from Hammer in the middle, finds the floor. She put it right where nobody was. And that a huge momentum play for the Tigers as they go up 1 here, again with the match point opportunity.
And that shows you just how important it is, how you keep hammering away up front, with those big swings, you get open opportunities like that here late in the set to just tip them over and get an easy point here for the Tigers.
So
Gabby Hammer, after the big play, goes back to serve for the Tigers.
Her serve picked up by the libero there in the back row. The Blue Jays set up their offense. That picked up by Gabby, and the punch over by Gabby as well. Shot picked up by Ludwig there as Gabby's past to Emma Perkins off a Blue Jay defender and onto the floor. Carroll Tigers going to take the third set, 26-24. Wow. Huge momentum shifts back and forth between both teams, and Tigers going to take the lead now 2-1 here in this matchup. We will go to a short ad break, and we will be back for the fourth set of this match. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, Tiger and Blue Jay fans here. As we've just finished up the third set, Tigers taking that one 26-24. And Alex, I don't think we could have asked for a better game here. Sets 2 and 3 both had final scores of 26-24, both coming down to the wire. What do you think both teams are going to be doing here in this fourth set? Bondurant trying to come back and tie this match up, and Tigers trying to seal the deal.
Well, one thing I think coming from the Bondurant Farrar coach is the Carroll Tigers were able to take advantage of a lot of the miscues from the Blue Jays, so the Blue Jays maybe hoping to clean up their mistakes and clean up their miscues here and not really allow the Tigers to get those big momentum shifts that definitely carried them to a win there in that third set. Again, the Carroll Tigers, if they were able to take this fourth set, they would overall win the match and also become the conference champions here of the Raccoon River Conference.
Huge shout out to the Tiger student section. They've been a huge part of Tiger's success today. When the girls look like they're getting down, you just hear the screaming and excuse me, excitement coming from that student section. As you saw at the end of that third set, we had the first 2 rows jumping down onto the court, really showing the passion this school has for all of our sports programs.
And that serve from, I believe it was the libero, number 16, Mullen there. Her serve deflected off of Collison there and into the wall. So the Blue Jays awarded with the point here early in the fourth set. Mullen serve picked up in the back row by Honold. The set from Ludwig and a big swing from Ayala. Ayala's attack attempt successful. She's awarded with the kill, and we are knotted up at 1.
The Tiger front tonight, normally headed by Ella Collison and Josie Ayala. Kennedy Lean has kind of stepped up, as well as Gabby Hammer. We're not seeing much from Ella tonight, but she's doing a really good job all around as she plays back and front row.
Shot picked up by Sweeney there. A big attack from Gabby Hammer, deflected off a Blue Jay defender and sails out. Gabby going to be awarded with the kill there. She gives her Tigers the lead, now 2-1.
Back to serve now for the Tigers is the libero, Laura Sweeney, who had an ace earlier, so she will look to repeat that right now.
And indeed she does, almost as on cue there. Give Luke credit for calling that one. And Sweeney going to be awarded with the ace. The Tigers find themselves at the lead early, 3-1 here in this fourth set. Big shot from number 7 of the Blue Jays there, picked up by Kenzie Honold. And Ayala's attack finds the floor. Tigers able to improve their lead now 4-1, as we've seen a couple huge attacks here from Josie Ayala, as well as successful kills. Tigers awarded with another point here. A double hit is called on the Blue Jays. So the Tigers, after going down 1-0 here in this fourth set, leading now 5-1, as the Bondurant for our Blue Jays are going to take an early timeout.
And the Tigers here really doing a lot better job in the second and third set. First set, I think the Blue Jays kind of caught them off guard with their big attacks, and second and third set, the Tigers have really been digging the ball out, getting the ball up, and trying to make plays off these hard kills by the powerful Blue Jay front.
Again, in that student section, such a big, huge part of the Carroll Tigers' momentum that they've had here tonight so far. As you hear them louder than ever here, as I'd be surprised if you could hear me.
And we see something new tonight from the Tigers student section. They're starting to get a little bit more parent interaction. We heard earlier the CHS chant, kind of like the IOWA that Iowa does, and now we have the Tiger student section shouting at the Tiger parents, a little bit of Tiger power. Back to serve now for the Tigers is libero Laura Sweeney.
Sweeney back for her 5th straight serve now. Again, the second most successful server here for the Carroll Tigers. So they're hoping to keep her back there as much as possible. Bettier with the free ball over from the Blue Jays. And a big hit from Josie Ayala is picked up by the Blue Jays successfully. Collison the pass to Ludwig, and a big swing from Hammer is blocked by the Blue Jays. 5-2 now our score.
We're seeing a lot of big swings here early from the Carroll front, trying to get that momentum up and coast in through this fourth set.
That shot picked up by Collison. A swing from Hammer. She's awarded with the kill there. Tigers increase the lead back to 4 now, 6-2. Senior Emma Perkins going to check in for the junior, Kenzie Honnold. As Ludwig's jump serve is picked up by the Blue Jays. And a big swing from Ayala finds the floor and inbounds indeed. Tigers awarded with another point here, 7-2 now. And just as we said about Sweeney, the Tigers wanted to keep her back serving as much as possible. I don't know if there's anyone else they'd rather have than Ludwig back there. And that shot, or that point, awarded to the Blue Jays there, as it was deflected off a couple Tiger defenders and out of bounds.
The Tigers here with a hot start early. We saw in the first 3 sets, the Blue Jays kind of come out to a hot start, and now the Tigers shooting back with a little bit of their own medicine. Score now 7-3. Carroll with the serve for the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays awarded with their 2nd straight point, as a lift is going to be called on the Carroll Tigers.
Hard serve there from Carroll, picked up by Sweeney. Followed up by a monster hit by Ayala. That was dug by the Blue Jays.
Hammer's attack also picked up by the Blue Jays. And Tigers going to be awarded with a point, a double hit there by, I believe that was 17, Chloe Little.
And you can really hear the passion of this set. The student section and parents all screaming for every point scored for the Tigers.
Again, especially in a game with the implications like this, every point means something here, just as it does in all sports. Ayala going to take a quick seat here as Rachel White checks in. And that shot just off the top of the net and down on the Carroll Tiger side. Tough pickup there from the Tigers, as that one was hard to react to. But an ace going to be awarded to the senior, Lexi Bettier.
Blue Jays here with a little bit of momentum, down 4, now only down 2. We'll see what they can do with it, as that shot is dug by Rachel White. And the big swing by Gabby Hammer, who finds the back of the court, scoring the point for the Tigers, which now has the score 9-6.
Big kill there from Gabby. She also drops back to serve. Hammer unable to pick up the tough shot there from Chloe Little, as Little's going to be awarded with the kill. Hammer going to take a seat here. Little's serve picked up in the back row by White, and Ludwig's pass over to Collison. A tough for Collison to do anything with that ball. 9-8 now our scores. The Blue Jays close the deficit to 1. Big shot from Anderson picked up by Sweeney there. Blue Jays going to set up their offense again. As Perkins hits that one over off a Blue Jay, and out of bounds it goes. The Tigers going to be awarded with the point there.
Huge play there by senior captain Emma Perkins. Contested ball at the net there, so hard to hit her and a Blue Jay defender both went up for it, and Emma just happened to get the right hand off it, and it goes off the Blue Jay defender out of bounds for the Tiger point. Your score is now 10-8 as Emma serves.
Tigers with a bit of a free ball over there. Ludwig the big pass, and Kennedy Lean. Perfect spot there on her hit. She's awarded with the kill.
And Lean here really having a great night. You've seen her not only kill the ball with that powerful swing that she has, but also just tip it down to predominantly that left side corner.
Putting it just about everywhere where there isn't a Blue Jay defender. Nice pickup by Sweeney there. She was almost completely backwards. Did about a 180 picking that one up. The Tigers going to be awarded with the point after a double hit from the Blue Jays. So again, as Luke mentioned earlier, I think this may be the most double hits I've ever seen in a volleyball matchup. So the referee's really keying in on the double hit here tonight. Again, it's gone, I'd say, pretty evenly both ways. And a big shot there from Anderson as Tigers unable to pick that one up.
And here in this fourth set, they're looking to go to their kill leader, Kendall Anderson, only a sophomore, but she's got such a powerful swing. Reminds me a lot of Josie Ayala.
Collison with the pickup there in the back row, and the set from Ludwig as Lean's shot is blocked by the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. 12-10 now our score. The Carroll Tigers still leading by 2.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays is number 6, Kaylee Adkins.
Great job by Rachel White there to let that one go out of bounds. She was just getting ready to try to get a piece of it there, and she pulled her arms back. So great awareness there by the senior to let that one go out. Tigers awarded with the point, 13-10 now our score. Almost blocked there by the Carroll Tigers, but the Blue Jays able to set their offense back up. And that ball off of Kennedy Lean and down on the Carroll Tigers side.
Lean there almost coming up with 2 back-to-back blocks. Hard play on her part. Ball barely missed the edge of the net and fell on the Carroll Tigers side.
Skylar Mullen the serve for the Blue Jays. That's picked up by Honold. Big swing from Ayala, too hard and into the back pad there on the wall. So the Blue Jays awarded with their second or third straight point. 13-12 now our scores. The Blue Jays are able to close that deficit. And a big swing from Kennedy Lean onto the floor. Tigers again hoping to work through her. She's going to take a seat.
And Alex, you're right earlier, it seemed that every time Lean would get a big kill and get some momentum for the Tigers, it seems like she would check out.
Sweeney back to serve there for the Tigers. Her ball out. Bit too long there. 14-13 our score. And the jump serve from Anderson, picked up by Collison there. And a big swing from Gabby, deflected off the Blue Jays. Setting up Ayala with a shot there. Ayala with the pushover. That's picked up by, I believe, Adkins. Nice pickup there from Ella Collison. And the Blue Jays going to be awarded with a point on a double hit from the Tigers. So again, as we mentioned before, that double hit kind of going both ways for both teams can be a momentum shift as well as just a point to try to gain an edge somewhere. But both teams making that mistake a lot tonight. Huge block there from the sophomore Josie Ayala. Give the Tiger girls a little bit of momentum here as they regain their lead at 15-14 now.
Back to serve now for your Carroll Tigers is their ace, Riley Ludwig. Her signature jump serve goes over the net. Nice pickup there by Anderson for the Blue Jays. 17 Little with the kill, picked up by Sweeney. Big swing by Hammer, finds the edge of the court after being deflected off a Blue Jay defender, as the Tigers take the lead here in this fourth set, 16-14. And a common trend we're seeing is Tigers taking a 4 or 5 point lead and then the Blue Jays fighting back, and then the Tigers starting to pick up more momentum. So we'll see how that correlates for the rest of the match.
Hoping the Tigers carry more of their momentum as Emma Perkins gets up for the big overdig and a hard shot into the back corner as she's awarded with the point there.
You could see Emma's eyes on that one, got real big after that overdig, and she slammed it right into the back corner where no Blue Jay defenders were. It's kind of like the licking of the chops that Alex was talking about earlier.
Ludwig, another jump serve here for the Carroll Tigers. That was picked up by Adkins. And a swing from Bettier finds the floor as she's awarded with the kill. Our score here, 17-15. Carroll Tigers still leading. Atkins going to take a seat as the freshman Hallie Bettier checks in. The serve from the Blue Jays just off the top of the net and over. Hard pickup there. As number 9, Holly Bailey remains back. Number 8, Tori Carroll remains back to serve. Big swing from Gabby Hammer finds the floor as Gabby's awarded with now another kill here tonight. Something we've become very accustomed to seeing here so far. You see Hammer making her mark there in the middle of that front row.
Ayala with the serve for the Tigers. Just outside, awarding the point for the Blue Jays. Our score here now, 18-17. As we have a Blue Jay and a Tiger substitution. Sophomore Josie Ayala checks out for senior Rachel White.
Nice diving pickup there by Sweeney as she's also going to give the free ball over. Little looking for a corner punch. Instead, Carlson set up with a big swing, and she is awarded the kill. Tigers inching closer and closer to that 25-point mark as they're looking to take this fourth set. They lead 19-17. Back to serve is Gabby Hammer. Anderson's shot picked up by Hammer. Bit over Doug there, but the Blue Jays going to use it to set their offense back up. That ball sails out of bounds. 20-17 now our score.
Score is now 20-17 in favor of your Tigers.
Again, if you are just joining this fourth set meaning so much, Carroll Tigers up 2-1 here in sets. The winner of this match, seemingly the Raccoon River Conference champion. Good pickup there by Hammer. And a double hit, I believe, will be called on the Carroll Tigers. Gabby Hammer going to take a seat as the libero Sweeney checks back into the game.
And we've seen that quite a bit tonight. Either team gaining momentum and then having a double hit called and then kind of shifting the momentum to a stalemate.
So just a bit of an overdig there as that one sails into the net. Tigers unable to pick it up. 20-19 now our score. Back to serve for the Blue Jays still, Chloe Little. Picked up by White, over to Collison. Collison a big swing. And the Blue Jays able to control it, a free ball over. And Perkins set up by Sweeney there. Her shot unsuccessful. Nice pickup by Ludwig and White to Collison. Collison's shot across the court and over and down. Carlson going to be awarded with the kill. She was able to use the other side of the court there. Great IQ play by the junior. She gives her Tigers the lead now, 21-19.
Looking like this fourth set's going to be a good one. The second and third set both went to 26 points for the Tigers. Back to serve now for them is senior Emma Perkins.
And tough pickup there as Anderson is going to be awarded with the kill on that one. Again, Anderson the kill leader for the Blue Jays, and we have seen nothing short of that here tonight. The Blue Jays really like to run their offense through the sophomore.
Blue Jay serve picked up by Collison. Set up by Riley. That was then pushed over by Ella Collison.
Collison shot cross court there, just out of the boundaries there, as we are all knotted up now at 21.
You can just feel the intensity in this room right now. Both teams wanting this set so bad.
Serve from Atkins picked up by the Carroll Tigers. A big swing from Collison. And down, I believe. Yes, it was. Ella awarded with the kill. Tigers regain the lead 22-21 as big hitter in the front row, Josie Ayala, checks back into the matchup. Big swing there from Anderson into Sweeney. Sweeney unable to pick that up as that was a huge shot from the sophomore. 22-22 our score. Back to serve for the Blue Jays is libero Skylar Mullen. Kenny Lean, a big hit into the middle. That was picked up by Sweeney off the block there. Ludwig the pass to Lean. Lean's pushover is down and good. Kennedy Lean awarded with the kill. And 23-22 now our score. Lean is able to give her Tigers the lead back. Back to serve for the Tigers is Laura Sweeney. Instead, we will take a timeout. We will go now back to our segment of our hashtag Why We Wear Pink. See what a couple more of the players had to say.
Senior captain Riley Ludwig says, I play for my aunt Mary Ashinger and Grandma Shirley Humer. They both inspire me every day.
And this one from the Carroll Tigers head coach Kelly Schultz. I coach for my dad, John McCauley. He is my inspiration in life and taught me strength, courage, and love for my family and friends. I love you and miss you, Dad. Again, that was from head coach Kelly Schultz. So a couple heartfelt choice words from her, as well as, I believe, Riley Ludwig.
In this game meaning so much to the Tigers, not only is it the Raccoon River Conference Championship, you see them all out there wearing pink, representing all those that have died to any type of cancer. It's truly inspirational for everybody watching and everybody in this gym right now, just how one team can band together and support such a great cause.
And even just thinking about it here, it's kind of brought me goosebumps as you can kind of see, as with the whole community coming together like this with Pink Out and supporting breast cancer, it just really makes you realize how much more to life there is than sports.
Blue Jays there awarded with the last point as Hallie Anderson is back to serve.
Shot picked up by Collison, and Hammer a big swing. Blue Jays able to control it there as Ayala picks that one up. Ayala the shot back to her as her shot sails out of bounds. And Coach Kelly Schultz going to use one of her timeouts here. Tigers find themselves down 23-24 here, nearing the end of the fourth set. We will take a short ad break, and we will be back for this highly anticipated ending to this fourth set.
The door to rewarding career opportunities is closer than you think. All you have to do is open it. DMAC's Carroll campus is your gateway to in-demand, rewarding careers. You can even earn a 4-year degree on campus, thanks to a partnership with UNI and Buena Vista University. It's all waiting for you at the DMAC Carroll campus. So open the door to a better life at DMAC in Carroll today. DMAC, life's calling.
And we are back here again for this highly anticipated ending to this 4th set. Tigers find themselves down 1, 23-24. Tigers leading the match 2-1 sets-wise, but down in this 4th set, 23-24.
Blue Jay set picked up by Honnold. The set to Josiala with the pushover. Big swing there by the Blue Jays, tipped off the Carroll defender and finds the floor as the Blue Jays take this 4th set, 25-23. Our match is now tied in sets, 2-2, as we go to a 5th set for your Raccoon River Conference Championship.
Again, this matchup, everything for both teams here. As you see, there's a senior captain's meeting there in the middle with the 2 referees and the coaches as they kind of discuss over the rules of this 5th set. So a bit implications here for the 5th set is the set goes to, I believe it is 15, so it is the first team to 15, win by 2. All the same other rules and everything else applies, but I believe they're going to decide who is serving first, and I believe it is the Blue Jays will serve first. Again, as you saw on the screen there, Culver's ice cream does sound pretty good right about now. So after this matchup here, you can go ahead and head on down to Culver's for all your favorite treats as well as amazing food. Again, Culver's one of our very, very generous sponsors here for the live stream tonight. So a huge shout out to them.
Huge 5th set here. This match means so much to both teams. It's going to be really interesting to see how this match plays out. And Tigers, I think, are going to look to get the ball to their big hitters and try to make the Blue Jays make mistakes and have to make hustle plays. On the Blue Jay side of things, they're going to have to use the momentum they got from that 4th set, try to win this 5th set and take home a Raccoon River Conference Championship.
Again, we saw the Tigers were most successful when they were able to just kind of run their offense, get the ball to their big hitters. Ayala, Collison, Hammer, Lean, all of them very successful here tonight in scoring for the Tigers. So the Tigers also hoping to take advantage as they will serve here to start the 5th set. Tigers hoping to take advantage of their big servers that they'll have, like Sweeney and Ludwig especially back there serving.
And this by far is the most pressured set both teams have faced all year, so it'll be interesting to see how the girls handle that pressure. As you see Bondurant having their final chats before beginning this 5th set, we'll have Laura Sweeney start the Tigers with the serve.
Again, so just to remind you kind of the implications that this 5th set has, the winner of this 5th set will take the match as well. And they're going to say that
and the match begins with
serve was in. So Laura Sweeney awarded with the ace there. But as I was saying, so the winner of this 5th set will take the match as well as a share of the conference title. If the Tigers are able to pick up the win here tonight, they will play winner set, which I believe is another home game next Tuesday. And the winner, and if the Tigers are able to win that, they will take the outright championship. Referees are going to say that that ball was down, so Ayala going to be awarded with the kill as the Tigers take an early lead in this 5th set 2-0. Shot from Bettier sails out of bounds. Tigers find themselves now their 3rd straight point as they lead this set 3-0.
And this 5th set will only go to 15, as all 5th sets do. Just those fans out there that don't know volleyball as well.
Sweeney's serve picked up by Anderson there. And a big swing by, Sweeney's serve picked up by Little, and Anderson with the attack attempt. Great pickup there by Kenzie Honnold. And a swing from Ayala. And a bit of a miscommunication there by the Blue Jays. Tigers awarded with now their 4th straight point, as the Carroll Tigers seemingly pulling away with this 5th set.
And you're seeing the power early from the hitter on the Blue Jays, number 7, Kendall Anderson, but 2 really nice digs there by Kenzie Honnold really set the Tigers up to score that point.
Pick up again by Kenzie Honnold, and the pass from Ayala, pass from Ludwig, big swing from Ayala. That shot picked up by Sweeney, and over to Ayala. Ayala's swing sails out of bounds. As the Blue Jays find their first point of this 5th set.
We've seen that a couple times tonight from Josie, just missing that back line. She'll look to bring that one down here to finish this 5th set.
Shot picked up by Honnold as Hammer sets herself up for the big kill in the middle there. I believe that was Little's shot, unable to find the other side of the 4. Tigers awarded with another point now. And the ever-dangerous Riley Ludwig back to serve for the Tigers.
And you can hear, feel, see all the emotion from the girls and the student section right now.
Little shot deflected by the Tigers, picked back up by the Blue Jays. And Sweeney's hit over the net. Sweeney, a great diving pickup on the overdig. The Blue Jays looking to take advantage of it. And the Carroll Tigers awarded with the point there, so a huge hustle play from Laura Sweeney to keep that ball up.
And not only the hustle play there by Laura, but also Gabby Hammer looked to be the only Carroll Tiger ready for that spike over by the Bondurant for our Blue Jays, and she happened to block it, making that ball extremely hard for the Blue Jays to pick up. Great point there all around there for the Tigers.
Again, I believe it was the Blue Jays took the time out there, using one of their 2 of this 5th set. And we got about 35 seconds left here before we'll bring you the rest of this 5th set. So you can see I don't know if you can see the student section, but I'm sure you can definitely hear them, as they're ever louder than I think I've ever heard them here. Also more full than I think I've ever seen it. So again, the student section playing such a huge part in this game, as every momentum shift and every big play that they're loud, and they're making sure the girls know that, that they're crediting them for these huge plays. Back to serve for the Carroll Tigers is, again, Riley Ludwig.
Your score here right now, 6-1 in favor of the Tigers here in this 5th set.
Ludwig, a short ball there, picked up by the Blue Jays. Sweeney, a great diving pickup. Ayala's shot deflected off a Blue Jay defender and out, so the Tigers awarded with the point. Ayala with the kill.
And you see with every point, the student section jumping up and down, the bench clearing to the court.
Little shot into the middle of the net is another huge point there for the Carroll Tigers as they grow their lead now to 7. 8-1 is our score.
And I don't think the Tigers could ask for a better start here in the 5th set. We wondered how the girls would handle the pressure, and it seems like the Tigers are taking advantage of it and really putting it to their use.
Nice deflection there from the Carroll Tigers as Ayala's shot, looking to punch it over there, just didn't get enough of it. The Blue Jays awarded with only their 2nd point of this set. So far, all Carroll Tigers, as our score 8-2.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays, number 8, Tori Carroll, picked up by Sweeney, who sets it to Ludwig. Out to the outside for Perkins, who makes a nice hit, picked up by the libero.
Little shot picked up in the back row by Collison there. And a double hit is going to be called on the Tigers. So the Blue Jays with now their 2nd straight point. Carroll going to remain back to serve. Pick up by Sweeney there in the back row. Ayala's shot over the net. Little shot picked up by Collison there. And the cross court so much going on here. Wow. Ayala's shot over. Picked up by Sweeney. Ludwig to Perkins as Perkins is shot off a Blue Jay defender and sails into the crowd. Tigers going to be awarded with another point here. Senior Emma Perkins picks up the kill. 9-3 now our score as the sophomore Ayala drops back to serve.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your captains. You saw Riley get a great dig off of a hard shot there by the Blue Jays, and then Emma Perkins finishing it off. Great senior leadership by those girls.
Hit over from Bettier, controlled by the Carroll Tigers, and Hammer is able to push it right down where nobody was, something we've seen so much from her tonight, as well as the other Carroll Tiger players using both their power as well as kind of their finesse ability to get the ball on the other side of the floor wherever or however they need to. Picked up by Ayala to Ludwig to Collison. Collison with a big strike. Her shot finds the floor. And the Blue Jays going to use their second timeout. Carroll Tigers find themselves up 11-3 here in this fifth set. This fifth set so unlike all the other four, as I think this is the biggest lead that we've had all night, much less in this so important fifth set.
Blue Jays really not doing anything wrong, just the Tigers are so hot and playing such hustle plays. It's really hard to pick up. We've had amazing big swings there by Ella Collison and Josie Ayala. You can see the passion, the fire out of the girls every time they score a point, each one of them screaming, stomping, throwing their hands up in the air. So much excitement and anticipation for this final set.
So with about 10 seconds left here, we'll be back with this fifth set. Again, the Carroll Tigers winning 11-3. Well, you wouldn't really know this match is tied up 2-2 with how this set is going, but the Tigers with an 8-point lead here, hoping to build on it and eventually take this fifth set and a share of the Raccoon River Conference Championship. So already miscommunication by the Blue Jays as that one just barely gets over. Big hit from Hammer. Blue Jays able to control it, and a free ball over is picked up by Ayala. Ludwig over to Collison as her shot just a bit far, but the Tigers awarded the point there. I believe it was deflected by a Blue Jay defender, so Collison going to be awarded with the kill. Ayala will remain back to serve. Tough pickup there from Ludwig. Her and Hammer team up to push that one over. Pick up in the back row by Ayala, and Hammer with another hit over there. Nice big shot from Little is picked up by Ayala, and Collison with the cross-court push. So a bit of a longer volley here for this fifth set. Hammer with a big swing, blocked by a couple Blue Jay defenders. 12-4 now our score. Back to serve for the Blue Jays, number 2, the senior, Lexi Bettier. Bettier's serve picked up by Sweeney, and over across to Collison, a big shot there. Blue Jays able to pick it up, and Gabby Hammer on the over dig. Able to pick up that shot.
Nice block there by Hammer. That over dig, and normally they go up and look to kill it, but Gabby said, nope, I'm just going to tip this one down, and found the floor right in front of the net.
Gabby now back to serve, hoping to get the final 2 points here for the Tigers as her shot is picked up by the Blue Jays. Collison the pickup there. Ludwig back to Collison, and another block for the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays with a couple blocks here in this fifth set, hoping to gain any sort of momentum they can to try to stop this Tigers fifth set attack.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays, number 17, Chloe Little. Her serve is picked up by senior Rachel White, who hits it to Ella Collison. The free ball over by Riley Ludwig is then picked up by Little.
Shot picked up by Sweeney there. And over to Collison. Collison strike out of bounds as the Blue Jays awarded with now their second straight point here, 13-6 our score. So the Blue Jays slowly closing that deficit. Back to serve is the junior Chloe Little for the Blue Jays. Her shot picked up by Rachel White there in the back row. And a hit over from Collison, cross court. And a free ball over for the Tigers. Big hit from Kennedy Lean as she turns around and picks up her own shot as that ball sails out of bounds. So the Blue Jays able to get another point here as they picked up, I believe, their third or fourth straight and close this deficit 13-7. Little serve picked up by Rachel White in the middle there, and the set from Ludwig, and a big hit from Kennedy Lean gives the Tigers their 14th point of this set, so 14-7 our score. Again, the Tigers needing only one more point to take the set, the match, and the conference championship. Perkins' serve just a bit too far. She is going to rotate out for Honnold, so 14-8 now our score. Again, the Tigers still the match point here.
Back to serve now for the Blue Jays is number 6, Kaylee Adkins.
Collison picks it up there, and her push over able to be controlled there by the Bondurant Farrar Blue Jays. Anderson's shot spirals down and out. 14-9 now our score as Anderson is awarded with the kill. So the Tigers on the brink of winning this set, but the Blue Jays able to kind of get some momentous plays here to let the Tigers know that they're not going down without a fight here in this fifth set. Good pickup by Collison there. A bit of an over dig, but the Blue Jays going to try and set up their offense. Also a nice pickup from Sweeney, Ludwig, and the free ball over from Collison. Big hit from Anderson picked up by Sweeney. And Honnold as White pushes that one over. And tough pickup there for the Tigers as the Blue Jays push it in a good spot. Blue Jays now closing their deficit to only 4 as Coach Schultz calls the timeout. 14-10 our score. Stick right around here for this timeout again. Tigers, I believe it was 14-7 at one point. The Blue Jays amassed 3 straight points and a little bit of momentum here going into this timeout, causing Coach Kelly Schultz to call a timeout.
And if I'm Coach Schultz right now, all I'm telling my girls is, how much do you want this? You know, this is their conference championship. Seniors last year coming off of a conference title last year. They know what it feels like. They know the pride and joy that they feel from it. I'd be telling my girls, you know, we're still winning this by 4. All we need is one more point to take that chip home for their family, and not only bring it home just for themselves, but bring it home for all the people that those jerseys represent, all the people that have died to the terrible disease that cancer is. So this last point here for the Tigers really does mean a lot.
So the serve from Adkins here gets us underway after this timeout. That's picked up by Sweeney to Ludwig, and a hit from Kennedy Lean. Tigers going to take the matchup on the kill by Kennedy Lean, and there you go. Carroll Tigers going to take a share of the Raccoon River Conference Championship here tonight. And I don't think this could have been a more exciting game. I mean, going into the fifth set, coming into the fifth set, even the Tigers with an 8-1 lead at one point. The Blue Jays battling back, and I couldn't have asked for a more exciting game to call.
Huge shout out to the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. Great game to play tonight by both teams. Both teams really showed their heart and their passion. As you see the student section about to storm the court, I don't think we could have asked for a better broadcast or a better Raccoon River Conference championship.
And that'll do it for Luke and I here tonight. Again, the Carroll Tigers will play the Winterset Huskies that game next week on Tuesday. And that'll wrap it up for us here tonight again, excuse me. So thank you for joining in. And for Luke and I, have a great night.